happy to have you here today. We're about to start the show, hooray. Welcome to Amy's Art Cabaret. Also, Barb.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yay. Welcome also Barb. Barb. Yay. Barb, we have all of these extra people with us today. Yay.
I know. Yay.
We have
It's a full house.
Karen, who's been on the show before. Thank you for coming back, Karen. Yay. And we have our new friend, Hope, on the show. Hello, Hope. Thanks for joining us today. Yay. Okay. I think that we all know. Oh, nice pointing. Nice pointing, Barb. Pointing dance.
A little late pointing.
We all know that Barb and I are somewhere in the southern region of California, and that Karen is is it the northwest region, northeast region of?
Where I would say Queensland is where eastern side of Australia, but we're getting up high.
We'll talk about that later. I don't know what that means.
It's north.
Okay, I wasn't sure. Yes, and then Hope, where are you? Are you near?
I'm probably near you guys. I'm in the LA area.
Cool, very cool. Okay, well, I wanted to talk about our collaborative art show that Barb and I have organized, called Art Happens. We've mentioned it several times, but today we have two guests who are in the show with us, so not just Barb and I. There are more people in the show, right, Barb?
What? It's more than just us? Oh gosh. I gotta replan some things. We got a lot of people. There's a lot of people signed up.
Scary. You can also still sign up in case you're thinking about signing up. This is the website to go to.
Yes.
And I wanted to show, for example, that we're doing so many different things. It really doesn't matter what you make. We'll let you in the show at all. And today I brought with me some tiny, tiny, not so tiny little, I can't show you because he's moving, worry dolls. Does he?
Oh, that's awesome.
I just got this one in Mexico recently. And this tiny, tiny little one found me. Where did you find me? I don't know. He's not telling me. He's running off camera. He's shy.
He's running off camera, yes.
He's very shy. Anyway, I brought these in with me because, Karen, what are you doing? What is your project for Fun-A-Day?
Oh, well, I have quite a few different pieces, but what you're talking about is my worry dolls that I have been making. So these are my Australian worry dolls. So they're in a jar, which is just an old coffee jar. And I will take the lid off and show you some of the, that way.
I know. It's hard to keep them on camera.
There she is. There's one. And I've made these. Oh, this one's only really tiny. That way.
That way. You got it.
Go. And then, this one, she's a nice one. She's a bit posher.
Oh, look at that lovely hair. Yes.
Look at the arms. I like that. I like the little dance she's doing.
Arms, yes. And this is like a Beverly Hills.
Oh, yes. You could tell by her ensemble there and the hairstyle. Yes.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. She's a bit posh. And this one is too. This one's super, super thin. So maybe she's from Beverly Hills too.
Oh, yes. She's had some surgery, maybe.
Yeah. Face. It's all
Are these not part of your project, or are you making these for a different project?
No. This is all part of the Art Happens. So what's happened is my work is responding to a friend of mine who has been sick in hospital. And she's been in and out of hospital a few times during the pandemic. And she has multiple problems. And what's happened is it's caused some mental health issues as well too. So she's an artist as well, and I have one of her works here. I'll just go back and grab it.
See, we're very impulsive, just whatever you want to do here. Let's do some work.
So this is her, one of her works.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so I am just actually responding to her artwork. So the first one that I did, which is not completely finished yet. So I've made these. I've been making like little boxes out of Pepsi boxes. So
I love that.
Very cool.
Thank you. And then so this is turned into a little book, and it tells a story of when I went to visit her for the first time in hospital. So
those are the two of you. Very nice.
Yes, at the end. This was when we were discussing what we were going to do. So we went for a walk.
Oh.
And we went, oh, hang on. Let me see if I can get that other bit. Well, this is see, these are elephants walking on a tightrope. And this is the other one, that one. We went for a walk in the park. And then, the house one is a historical home that we walked by. And we sort of like stood at the gates and looked in. So it was all about, that. So that was like that. And then, yes, I did the worry dolls as well. And I'm also working on two other projects. One that I haven't even started, I just thought of the idea. But the other one is to also have worry beads. And of course, these are all seed pods, of course, because you know my love of seed pods. Except for this is off a Norfolk Island pine. And, of course, then there's a poinciana seed pod, gum nut, and then these little red ones you can only get in far north Queensland. So, you know, I was so happy last time I went up there. I saw them all over the ground, so I picked them up and brought them home. So that's another part of the project that I'm working on as well too. Cool. So hopefully I'll be able to get everything all done. Most of the things are. Oh, and then with the worry dolls as well, I've actually I've got the coffee jar, of course, but I've made them their individual pouches in case they want to go out. So
that's perfect.
I don't know if people know, but with the worry dolls, the whole idea is that you tell whatever your worries are to the doll. But then you have to make sure that you put the doll away and the doll is locked up. So I'll give you an example. I'm worried about coronavirus. I hate my husband. He's a bastard. He's not really. And then you put it in the jar or in the pouch, and then you lock it away. And so they just keep all of your worries and concerns in there. And so you could just talk into the jar if you wanted to. So I've been having lots of fun with them. I think they're great. So so that's what I've been up to. So and of course the dolls are all made from recycled materials, salvaged material, and the little arms and their heads have been made from hemp. So they can go in the compost bin.
Oh, yay. 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 I read on one of your social media posts you learned about that you could just use a pipe cleaner. So I grabbed some pipe cleaners. But a pipe cleaner can't go in the compost bin.
That's true. It can't. But, I mean, if you were to do a workshop, you could definitely use a pipe cleaner. And that's what I would do if I do this as a workshop. I'll use pipe cleaners for the kids. So,
I might make a workshop. Here, Barb, you want a pipe cleaner? A hair travel pipe cleaner.
Oh, there we go. Oh, I got one. Your pipe cleaner got a little bit weird, Amy, on the way over. I don't know.
What happens when it goes through the screen?
The internet.
Yeah, the internet. It's just crazy on pipe cleaners.
I know.
What are you holding, Karen?
It's just the hemp thread.
So you're just using thread. So you must have really wound them up for a while.
I didn't really. I only did 3 turns around like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then I did that again for the arms and then tied them together and then wound the pieces around to like make the head. So I'll show you.
Look, I got so ready, Barb. I've got yarn. I'm ready. How are you doing the
head there?
Absolutely.
And then I just gave her, I did a wig for her as well too. So that was just the start of it. They're really easy. So, but they're fun to do while you're just sitting there watching the TV. So in lockdown.
Sorry, I'm not. The show's over. I'm just making worry dolls. No, I'm sorry. It's not really. I'm putting that down because Karen, I am going to make some worry dolls because I'm ready. And thank you for sharing that. I'm looking forward to all the other things you're going to create for the art show and seeing it all come together. And speaking about the art show,
forward to that too.
We also have Hope who's taking us on a tour. How to move out of the way.
I picked the wrong spot to sit in.
But, you're going to be in the show too. And what are you making for the show, or what do you make normally that you want to share with us?
So I do, my work's it's like an environmental memento mori. I've always had this kind of fascination with death because of its universality. I find there's this great beauty in the fact that death not only pulls us apart, but brings us together, that everything is here because of death. The plants and us and all our life is built on the bones and the decay of previous people and animals and plants. So I find there's this very cyclical beauty to death. My art practice originally started with doing a lot of skull paintings because of my fascination with I saw the skulls on the top cover of your book. I was like, oh, skulls.
I don't have a problem.
Skulls,
I'm not alone in my problem, people.
Amy is all about the skulls.
Yeah, I'm 100% about the skulls. But my art kind of progressed and evolved into doing something a little bit more abstract, a little bit more conceptual. So I've developed this practice where I kind of do assemblage of plants and found objects, and then I use shellac, wax, and spray paint to seal them down. And I always use black spray paint in an allegory of a funeral shroud. So it is an invitation to consider the finiteness of animal life, nature, what we're leaving behind. I like to try to include little plastic things that I find to also think about the fossil records of our society. And so for this project, my pieces currently have been kind of on a larger scale. So for the Art Happens project, I decided to do these little small, almost like intimate, almost borderline craft versions of my large scale work, and to take photographs, because I absolutely love like film photographs. Or something so warm about when you have a film photograph in your hand and you like have this image that was made physically. And so I'm doing a series of photographs to go with these little baby versions of my large work. Here is one of my little babies.
Let's see. That's really cool.
I like it.
Here's this one that I really love. This was from, I believe they're called dragonflower plants.
Cool.
Yeah.
And here's one where I had some found cardboard.
Oh, cardboard. We love cardboard.
Definitely.
Those are really cool. Oh, you have more? I love how 3D it all is.
Yeah, I like that too.
And does that, when you take a photograph of it, does it take away, or are you able to add to? Because the 3D element is now 2D, right?
Absolutely. So there's a certain time of day that my work photographs well at.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So like I like, if it's the right light quality, like 11 o'clock in the morning, it's often when the photograph level, when you have sunlight but not too much shadow, but you have enough. Otherwise, it gets blown out.
But it's not. Yeah, totally. I've been learning about how to photograph my work outside. I usually just do some really shoddy, quick pictures inside. And then Barb's like, why don't you have pictures of all your stuff? I'm like, because I really don't feel like taking pictures.
You have to document everything.
I can't document everything. I never have. I only have some videos because I have someone follow me around.
You're working on it.
I'm working on it. It's not that I can't. It's just that it's not a priority.
Just haven't yet. Yeah.
Barb's going to follow me around one day.
Paparazzi, art paparazzi.
Yeah. So are you taking these pictures and developing them yourself, or?
I unfortunately, because of coronavirus, no longer have access to a photo lab.
Oh, yeah.
So we're going to find out how Walmart does photo development. So I used to use over at the community college, I paid for the photography class just to use their photo lab, and I'd take it pass, no pass. But because everything is online right now, my photo lab access has been hopefully, maybe fingers crossed, before the end of this project, things get safer and I'm able to actually develop my own film again. But I do like the fact that there is this sort of preciousness to film, that each image there is that sort of, you're thinking about has a limited amount. And I think it plays into the sort of the concepts that I'm trying to bring in about death and memento mori in my assemblage work, that in a way film also conceptually at the bottom of it has this kind of memento mori, that there's a finiteness to film versus digital, that you can just, and I love it. I love digital, that you can take a million photographs, but film, you have so much on a roll, and each picture that you take is one less picture on your roll, and it takes away from what you're able to create.
Oh, totally. And I think what people who don't shoot in film are missing is I had a camera where I'd get through the very end and I pushed as much film as I could through. And so my last photos would have like a staining, and it looked like it was on fire. So it'd only be half of a picture of whatever I took. So there'd be like, I took a lot of band shots. So there'd be this guy there playing guitar and like half on fire. It's not really on fire, but that's the way the film came out. Those shots were great because I didn't see them until they got developed. You're like, I hope I'm doing this, but the very first time, I had no idea I was doing that. So that was an extra. And then I missed the darkroom too, because I would take all the negatives and put different negatives, splice them on together, and then put images together. Like I had someone mowing a lawn that wasn't a lawn in a cave. That's what it is. I have my younger brother on a riding lawnmower in a cave. He's not really in a cave, but
analog Photoshop.
Yeah, it was totally analog Photoshop. So that was a lot of fun, and it was terrible because my photography is. I don't think it's up to par. If I was comparing myself to big name photographers, but it's so fun. I love that photo. I still have it. It's a black and white also. So it's really terrible. It's really, the gradation is horrible, but it's great. I got a C on it if you're wondering. But I kept it. I kept the negatives, the sheets that were the printouts, the contact sheets. I still have them where the teacher circled around them. And, you know, it's just like, these are horrible, but maybe this one's okay. You should print this one. But yeah, you have access to the dark room, and it's a lot of fun, even just to hang out in there for a little bit. I totally
Can
agree.
I ask Hope a question?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Please, Karen.
What you were saying that you use wax as well too.
Mm.
I would like to use wax, and I love the look of it. But I'm also concerned because I mean I know it would get really hot in LA. Does it melt, or does it, like, you know? Sorry, go on.
Oh no, go ahead if you want to finish. I thought your question was done.
I was just worried that, like, you know, when it does get warm, it becomes like more pliable. So do you have like problems with it, like, you know, running or anything like that? Because I do love the look of it.
So for me, I do put a note whenever I show encaustic work that it is encaustic and it needs to be in temperature controlled rooms. So if it is exposed to high temperatures, it will melt again. One thing that I do to protect when I use wax, as you've seen my work, I always paint over it. And then when I use wax, because of the oils in the wax, the paint won't actually stick to the wax well. So I then shellac over it. So that kind of holds the situation together so it can be exposed to a little bit higher temperatures. But wax it's very temporal, and if you expose it to high temperatures, it will melt.
Yeah, okay.
Do you have to wear any protective equipment while working with wax?
With wax, no. I use all naturals beeswax. When I do use protective equipment is when I do the spray paint. I have a respirator, gloves, goggles. Still seem to get it all over myself somehow, though.
That's true. Very cool.
Yeah, I love the wax because I make all of my own lip balms and body balms and moisturizers. So I use the beeswax all of the time as well too. And I do really want, like, I saw this piece years ago, and the wax had all been carved into, and I just love the look of it, and I wanted to buy it. And my husband said it will melt on the wall, and that's why I was asking. He's probably right. So yeah,
that's interesting.
Well, how hot does it get at your house, though? Like
really hot. It's really hot. We're in the middle of summer, and we're in we're having a cool spell here, which is just beautiful. But it's the humidity we get. It's really, really high humidity here in summer, so it does get very, very hot. So yeah. But anyway,
your husband might have been right.
Great. I really like the look of them. They look really lovely.
Thank you. Let me see if I can. I'll run inside. It's kind of dark inside. Let me see if I can grab some of my pieces with wax.
I can. Yeah. Okay. I can also show your
website. Yeah.
Here, I can pull up the website. I'll pull up the website while she does that.
Yeah. Show us this on the web.
This is all really really interesting.
Because Barb, you wanted to work with some wax too. You haven't. But have you done it yet?
No, I haven't. I mean, I've played with wax, but not like anything too.
Yes,
I've
melted to make my own, like, instead of using plastic wrap. Melt the beeswax on cotton. You have like wraps.
Yeah, the beeswax wraps. Yeah, I've done that too. Yeah.
It's really interesting seeing some of these like the textures that you can see with them.
Yeah.
Imagining some of this.
You can see right there the wax on the cork board. Here's one of my recent works, as you can see. So I poured wax over a vintage frame and a little succulent.
Oh, very cool. Oh, look at them.
And then I absolutely love this one, which is kind of small, but I feel like it's so, the plastic letters, I talk to art a lot, that often art is like a bad echo of life. In a good way.
Yeah. Those plastic leathers, they're everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
It's very cool. So Barb's showing us your website. Is there places we should go? What should we look at on here?
Yeah, we're in 2021 right now.
If you go to 2020, you'll see a lot of the wax work. Although you can see there was the dye one, and you can see in the background the wax on that one. Yeah, so there's a ton of wax on. If you go to 2020, but you can see the textural piece of wax in the background of this right here. But you see the wax over the plastic letters.
Oh yeah,
I found that little jaw. It's a raccoon jaw and a raccoon penis bone.
So weird.
Apparently raccoons get boners.
Well, it kind of makes sense. There's a lot of raccoons in the world.
Yeah, Long Beach is covered with raccoons. And so that one, the gray one, has a lot of wax. It has the basil and succulent leaves.
And where are you getting the plants? Are you just picking them up?
Yeah, I forage.
Okay.
I walk around and I see plants that catch my eye. I recently, as you guys noticed on the 2021, there was a lot of pine in there because people have thrown away their Christmas trees.
Yeah, my whole alleyway is Christmas tree alley.
And so I'll go and I'm like, oh, that's a nice branch on that Christmas tree.
Are these flowers here?
Those are flowers. I got really lucky and somebody threw away a bouquet of flowers. Like, I don't know if they looked fresh. I was like, oh, there's got to be this great story. Somebody had this horrible fight. Like, oh, I hate you.
You anymore. Yeah.
I love you. And out in the alley, there was this enormous bouquet of flowers. So I took the flowers and used them in my work.
Very cool.
Very cool. Ooh, lots of eyes.
Lots of eyes.
You can see the skulls and the eyes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was wondering. You've mentioned a few different animal things at this point, skull wise, and and other various bones. What other kinds of is it mostly limited to that, or do you wind up with a big collection of dead animal parts?
I don't have a huge collection of dead animal parts. So I absolutely love hiking, and when I'm hiking, I try to keep an eye out for bones. You saw the raccoon, and there's his little jaw and his little pee-pee bone. I also found what I thought was very sweet too. I believe they're some sort of bluebird or small bird, and I put them together. Mm-hmm. I found them together too. I found their two little skulls. So I have a couple pieces that I found along hiking, but unfortunately, I haven't found too many clean-ish bones.
I was gonna say, yeah. There's a whole process of cleaning.
Yes, and I don't have the facilities to clean bones, although I have definitely seen somewhere I'm like, oh, that'd be a really cool bone in that. I'll see an opossum that's dead, and I'm like, ooh, but I don't want to even get into that, and I hear it smells really bad.
So are you saying that you don't want to have a bin in your house or your home that has bones in it and flesh-eating beetles?
So I have a couple little bones. I have a little bone drawer, but it's not nothing fantastic. I've got I think I have one little skeleton bone from I think probably a raccoon again. And then I found another raccoon jaw. And what else do I have in there? I think I have one more little bird skull in there, but he was kind of delicate, so there was a little the optical area was kind of smushed. I have to figure out how to present that.
Oh yeah. Well, I'll have to show you one day, and I don't want to scare the audience, but I think Hope and I think we're gonna have a bone off because I had this roommate who never cleaned apparently. I don't know how many people lived there before me. And then one day I was cleaning, why, I don't know. But I decided to lift under the couch, and I lifted the couch. Now I'm home alone. I have their TV on, but I'm not really paying attention. I'm vacuuming. And I lift the couch and I move it. And I stood there for a moment and I thought, if I just put this back, nobody will know. But there was a skeleton on a pile of dust, let's just say. I don't know how long it took But I decided not to put the couch back, so everyone knows. I cleaned it up. But before I cleaned it up, I took a lot of photos. And I think it was my younger brother and another friend who had texted me, and they were like, "How you doing?" And I sent them a picture.
I found something dead.
I sent a picture to all of my roommates. I was like, "Hello." Let's say they just did everything I asked them to do cleaning wise after that moment, because I would think, how long did this take? Did no one notice a stench at one point?
Oh, no, like I've done research into like, oh God, there's an actual word, but that sort of taxidermy where like to get the bones clean. I've researched that, and it takes months. That is a process that took months.
Yeah,
especially without aid. That's like
it was out in the open under the couch, like whatever this creature was. I'm guessing a mouse, but it had the tail, so I don't think they have tailbones. So I'm a little confused. But anyway, tailbones. It almost made it out. It was so close to the edge of the couch. It's like, oh, there's the rug. Or people are gonna see me. So I'm thinking somebody's laying on that couch with their head right there.
Smelling the stench of decay. Oh my
I'm not thinking twice. Like, granted, we were in the city area, so who knows what they're giving the animals, and I've smelled dead mice in walls. It's a very distinctive smell, as you were saying. Yeah, so but there's nothing you could do. He's in the wall, But this
was underneath the sofa.
on a wooden floor too, so like nothing's soaking it in. Yeah. Okay. I don't know if you're all tuned out. I'm sorry. We might not have an audience anymore.
Or you might have gotten a whole new audience.
More people.
I know some folks who would be very interested in this conversation. Yeah.
Yeah, so we just have a whole show where we're all just showing all the bones we've collected or taken photos of.
I don't have any bones.
You don't have any bones, Karen? Well, you can still
have any bones, but I did work in a funeral home, so there you go.
Oh, you're allowed on the show. We have questions for you.
Well, I'll tell you something, Hope, that you might find interesting. I used to serve up cups of tea and coffee for all people at the wakes. And what I did was I collected all of the tea bags from all of the funerals, and I made a dress out of them.
Oh, wow. I love that, Karen.
So it had all of the grief from all of the people, and it was put into this dress. So yeah, I won a prize for that too. So yeah, it was a lot of hard work, but I thought it was lovely, and I find all of your stuff really quite interesting, because I think the whole concept of death is one of those things that's so scary to so many people, and I must admit I'm one of those people who's absolutely fascinated by it as well too. I mean, none of us are getting out alive, and I'm a huge gardener, so I'm always seeing that whole cycle all of the time. But I think it's one of those things that's really hard to come to terms with as well too, that we're not going to be here forever. So yeah, I think it's great to explore those ideas, and I do understand why people are scared. I mean, I think it's more I would say it's more for me about being scared of the pain that I would be in before I leave. So yeah, but it's a fascinating conversation, and now that I'm like past middle age, it's in my face. Oh, thank you. But it's a fascinating area, and I think it's a really good one to explore too.
Oh, definitely. I agree too, because I work a lot with paper and fabric normally, and I have a dress about the death of like the whole full circle of trees, and a whole symbol of the woman wearing it. And she was The model they chose for me, I had no idea until the day of the show, was like a 17-year-old high school girl who was really tall. I made this dress taller than me, which, you know, not that tall, but and she was wearing it with no shoes on or anything. And it was very, very, very symbolic of how all these pieces of paper I put on it were handmade paper that I shredded that someone had left in an office to be destroyed. But I saved them not knowing what I was going to do, plus fabric that was being thrown out because of someone's grandmother had passed away and she was a quilter. And I was like, I sew, please pass them on to me, you know? So there's extra like symbolism hidden within that, but it's all, my whole thing is you can't take it with you. So just use what's around you, you know? So Barb, do you have any bones?
I don't have any bones. Well, see, the closest thing I can think of is that my that I donated a large part of my hair to a friend who does a lot of artwork with with
cool.
a lot of bones and other things like that. And she actually made a she made this little blob character, and my hair is in it and kind of sticking out the sides.
Is it like 3D printed? She did it.
It is 3D printed, and she did like a silicone kind of skin over it. So it actually, the way that she did it, it looks quite realistic.
It's really creepy.
If you are one to find those kinds of things creepy, then it would be pretty creepy. She also made recently a gingerbread house with like actual teeth.
We need
a monster face.
Not on the show with us right now.
Huh?
Yeah, no, I'm like, I want to see these things.
All right, let me see if I can find some stuff. But I mean, maybe we could get her on the show. She is hopefully going to have something in the Art Happens in the Art Show as well.
That would be awesome. We should all be in like a creepy room.
Yeah, we could totally have a creepy room. This is the dead things room.
I didn't have any bones, but I do have teeth.
That counts.
Because okay, all right, cool. Well, I've got all of my kids' like baby teeth when they all fell out, and also I have a friend who makes dentures, and he started giving me all of the spare dentures, and I didn't really know what to do with them. I was going to try and make some crazy jewelry, but what happened was every time I'd go to drill into the tooth, bits of the tooth would fly off and hit me in the face. I gave up and I donated all of the spare teeth to reverse garbage.
Oh, man. Oh, I can't wait to go there.
Yeah.
I probably sold your teeth already, but oh, I love that place. Very cool. Reverse Garbage is like a creative reuse center in Australia.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
You see,
Oh, look at it. Look at her. Very
This
nice.
is fantastic.
so
Yeah.
she's got her arms and a head and hair, and she just
Right.
needs an outfit.
I think she kind of looks good nude. But, you know, I don't know the rules.
why
She might need-
Yeah.
Why not?
Why not? I'll just do her hair and drop her in the jar.
Oh, there you go.
Maybe you could put teeth into her.
Oh.
That might look really good, actually.
It would. Even if it was just one big
tricky.
tooth. You could do it.
Oh, because I did do one that's got eyes, and it sort of freaked me out a bit, but then it comes up really well in photos. Can you see the eyes?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's just a bit freaky.
I like
Does she have little lips too?
Yes. Yeah.
And the way her hair, like the headband or whatever on the center, it looks like
Yeah.
she's got her turban on.
I was thinking that too. I was like, gosh, it looks like a little genie turban
you
sculpted
do.
lady.
See that? Yeah.
Made a little worry genie.
If you rub her, she'll give you 3 wishes.
Well, I just thought she was a bit weird looking because she was green. So I just thought I left them alone for a while because I didn't like the look of the green. I thought they just looked like aliens. But then I sort of put green hair on. I thought, what the hell? So
well, yeah, it works.
yeah, that's it. Yeah, everyone has different coloured hair these days, don't they? So
What are you talking about? So look at my hair at the beginning of this.
oh wow, yeah.
I'm trying to keep up with the.
I didn't at all. I was
Yeah,
like, I want a two-toned head, and that's what I have.
I've been bleaching my own. It's been interesting.
I used to do that, and then we used to put the plastic bags. We would seal them on our head for like an hour.
Yeah, I've been cutting plastic bags and tying them over my head. I miss the lunch.
I'm okay. I'm experimenting with my head. So as I make my worry doll here, Barb, did you pull up your hair?
Yeah. So, oh wow. Okay, so I just pulled. I'm trying to. Okay, hang on. I have this. It's not terribly clear. It's a video. There we go.
Here we go, everyone. Oh my God.
And that's your hair sticking out of it?
Yeah.
That's my hair.
Oh, wow.
It's a little bit difficult to see in the but you can also see here. You can get a little bit of a better picture of it.
Oh my gosh.
This is it.
Your hair is lovely.
Thank you.
It looks like you conditioned.
Yes.
I'm like I've donated DNA to this art project.
We can now clone Barb.
Otherwise, entirely Emily. Yeah. No, this led to one of my favorite texts of all time that I got, which was when we had a conversation at a hacker conference about. She did a talk and was like, oh yeah, I like using all of these things. I like using, piece parts from dead animals, and I want to do more stuff with hair, except my hair is too short. And I said, I have like 6 inches, like 2 braids full that I haven't like actually donated yet, but like that you can have if you'd like. And the next day I brought them and accidentally took them out of my bag and put them on a table while I was looking for something else and forgot to put them back into my bag. So I was leaving this place and I got a text message. There's a bag of hair here. Is that yours? I'm like, nope, that's yours.
A bag of hair.
Yeah.
Great.
But yeah, Emily does. It's all of her stuff is mixed in with everything else, so it's hard for me to find other things. I can find them.
Yeah. That's all right.
But she does a lot of
to see the hair.
She does dead animals. She also does a whole lot with reusing old like e-waste, old electronics and stuff too.
Very cool.
Yeah.
I'll have to look at.
Yeah, Hope or Karen, do either of you use any electronics?
Absolutely not.
Not intentionally, but again, so I do a lot of found objects. So if I find USB cables or USB ports or whatever, and I'm like, oh, this looks interesting, I'll incorporate it. So it's not something I intentionally seek out, but it's something that often does show up in my work.
That's interesting.
Yeah,
I definitely think. Oh, yours is really good. Your worry doll's coming out fantastic.
I was just gonna say this is supposed to be the body, and these are supposed to be
more like
the
a gray
arms,
lobster.
But it is like a lobster.
I was thinking a little lobsterish. Yeah.
It's not exactly how mine starts, Amy. And then I just like cut that bit and that bit there. And then just keep on twirling around with the head. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to make my my first male. So I'm going to have legs.
Oh, yeah. Make legs.
So the ladies don't have legs?
The ladies don't have legs.
No. Well, they just
don't have legs. Do you have legs?
I don't have legs. What happened? I don't have legs.
That's where we're all in these wheelie chairs.
Actually, I am. I'm always.
Yeah.
That's why they have those big skirts. So yeah, so they don't use their legs.
I guess this one kind of would have legs. And then I guess it could be a boy.
Yeah. I actually want to have a go at doing some little dogs as well. I should have done that now, but I forgot. So yeah. So I reckon a little worry dog would be so cute.
Oh, it would be.
A worry dog.
So are the worry dolls a traditional Australian craft?
No, they're from Guatemala. Is that how you say it originally? Mm-hmm. And apparently what happens is you only have 6 because you don't want to overload the worry dolls for every day of the week. But apparently, see, I'm very interested in community health, and apparently it is a known thing that is supposed to help relieve stress and supposed to be one of those things that's really good for your health and well-being. And if you do speak to the worry dolls on a regular basis, it is supposed to help your worries and ease your mind. I haven't spoken to mine on a regular basis, but I do like opening up the jar and yelling into it. I find that fun. So and saying things that are totally inappropriate and I can't say them anywhere else. I like to add them into the jar. I find that quite liberating. So like, you're a bastard. And
and you get that good echo with the jar too.
That'd be actually a really interesting tech project for your friends. You could have like a jar where people yell things, angry things, and then it like another jar translates them into nice things.
Oh yeah.
You can like listen to like the jar and
yeah, that's a nice
or you can have the other jar on the other side of the world and just spits out angry things at random strangers.
There is an art project going around right now that Claudia, who was on a previous show, is in, where a woman is letting you record your scream. Just scream into anything you want or outside and just record it. And then tell her, what your scream is about in like one sentence. And then she's putting it all on social media. And Claudia is not on social media, but she got it posted on there anyway. I can share that with everyone later. But yeah, I was sent that. Just scream for whatever you want, whatever you're upset about. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, there's plenty to scream about.
Right now, yeah.
It's very timely project happening.
Timely screaming.
Yeah. It seems so fun.
I do like that idea. Like, my husband's got a habit of not closing any doors in the house, inside the house, and like the doors outside. So, all sorts of things can wander in, and I'd love to have a good scream about that. I really would. I know it's so petty, isn't it?
Well, you get some dangerous animals.
Like you live in a place. Yeah, there's animals. Like
animals in your yard. They're now in your house.
I've had snakes in the house before, so because he hasn't closed the doors. So
that's not screaming about. Like snakes. Snakes are on my list of things to scream about.
I agree. He says he knows what type of animal it is inside the house by my scream.
That's great.
It's a common enough occurrence that he's got like a chart of.
Like, oh wait, that was this pitch. There's a snake.
Yeah, exactly.
Dangerous, not dangerous.
Yeah,
that's a frog. Okay.
Yeah, that's a killer snake. Okay, I better go in there now. or she's just walked on a toad. Okay, that's another.
Yes, you have all those kangaroos. And they're big.
Oh, yeah, they can get big and they're disgusting. So, but yeah, anyway. Yeah.
That one's definitely had my skin crawl thinking about that. I was like, oh.
On that. Whoops, I just stepped on a toad.
Yeah. I tell you what, when you don't have shoes on and you step on a toad, it's not nice, let me tell you. So, although he finds it quite funny. He thinks it's hilarious.
Well, I don't know. Okay, so you scream first because that's automatic. Do you then make sure the toad is out of the house, or do you wash your foot first?
Oh no, I
think
just
the toad might no longer
just run.
Just
run is the answer.
Just go away and get somebody else to take care of the.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and close the door behind me. So we're getting way off topic, but
yeah, it's all right. It's all good.
I had a snake in the house one day, and I called the police because he wasn't home.
Did they come? Did they take care of the snake?
No, but they gave me the phone number of a snake catcher. So I called the snake catcher and he came and got it for me.
Oh,
it's gotta be a really ballsy job. What do you do for a living? I grab venomous animals.
Just a snake catcher.
Yeah.
That's how many snakes there are in Australia. I'm the snake catcher.
The snake catcher for the entire country.
Yeah. Oh, it's plenty of work, let me tell you.
Yeah.
So I have I've got legs now on
Mr. Worry.
On Mr. Worry.
Yeah, Mr. Worry.
Nice. Those are nice legs.
Oh,
they are, aren't they?
Yeah. A nice set of legs.
And maybe I need to, if he's going to be a male, I need something else dangling so he could be in the nude.
Well, or not. He's got jeans on. They're not really jeans, but I interpret them as jeans.
Yeah.
So he doesn't have anything dangling. And this is one of the South American worry dolls.
Okay.
He also seems to have eyebrows. I didn't notice that. Or are those eyes? Does he have big blue cheeks? I'm not sure.
That's a good question.
I think those are eyebrows. I'm not sure. That
maybe it's like 4 eyes.
Although his eyes are very low, so I think those are cheeks.
Or maybe those are like wrinkles on his forehead since he's got so many worries he's holding on to.
Oh, yeah.
It is all the worries that could be.
He has his own tinier doll so he can yell at it.
He does. I should make a tinier one. He's been actually enjoying life here with me since I found him, and I don't know where I found him, but I have him up on the corkboard, and he's not holding any worries. They've all been released.
Oh, so, yeah. You've got to get him back in that jar, Amy.
That's the problem. Maybe that's why the eyebrow is like, what's going on? Why am I in the Why is no one screaming into me?
He feels all alone.
We'll bring it.
He's having an existential crisis. What is the point of my life if not to be yelled at?
Well, this is perfect. Everyone, this is like an extreme example, but an example of what's going to be at Art Happens, because you'll be able to interact in the platform that Barb's working on, that we showed before on a previous episode. We'll show on some more episodes. Barb, do you have anything you want to show really quickly before we get going? Because we kind of took over the show as if you were just, oh my God, look at this.
I'm remembering when I was little, and my mom, who I think is in the chat right now, could tell you, I think we used to make little worry dolls, and I don't recall exactly what they were like, but I do think I remember there being sticks and embroidery across. And so I just dug up some stuff, so I'm wrapping up doing a little
That's perfect. I dug up lots. I sew, and these are all my scraps. I collect them all. There's lots of thread in here so that I can dress my worry doll later.
Yeah.
But yeah, cool, Barb. I had no idea. I knew you were working on something because you're like this.
Yeah, at the end there, I was just kind of like, I'm like
working mode.
I'm doing some
head bobbing. Well, thank you both, Karen and Hope. Do you have any advice for others? You want to share how you found out about the show? Because we have registration still open. We would love more people to be on the show. Yeah, show some
links here. Yeah.
Just do
send
it.
you guys over the Art Clout Instagram. So I feel that Instagram's a really good way to find art shows and art opportunities.
And thank you, Stephanie, who's been on the show before. She posted.
Yeah,
for
so
Art
Stephanie.
Yeah,
Art Clout.
Yeah. And then Karen, well, Karen and I talk all the time, so that's how she knew about the show. And I got very excited when I said the show is going to be virtual and I'm opening it up to the entire world. You're in the show, Karen, whether you want to be or not. That's what she did. She got all excited.
Consensual art show.
These are the people in the show.
She's going to scream into the coffee jar later. She made me.
She made me do the show. I think we're okay. I don't think we're gonna be screaming more than normal, or are we? Barb, you look
crossed.
No, Barb. No. Wisdom from Barb. She doesn't.
Deep thoughts.
Yeah. I don't tell you my deep thoughts. I just.
That's how Barb signs off.
Oh wow! Oh, I love that one.
Look at the hat.
Great.
I love the hat.
I think I should have. I need to make like a found object worry doll for next time.
Well, you have 3 minutes if you want. Go find something. Next to outside. You have 3 minutes.
Skeleton twig.
Now we're Project Runway. You have 3 minutes, Hope. 3 minutes.
Oh my set, go. Yeah, what are we
beginnings here?
Maybe I should have some little. Oh, I could put some. Oh, we can put little worry dolls in that. Now I have to put little worry dolls in the gallery.
Look what I've done, Karen. You just posted a post on Instagram, and I've turned the whole show into worry dolls.
This is right.
I just got a little excited. I'm like, we got to do this.
It's perfect for this time.
And I even took out all my extra yarn that I don't know why it's on cardboard, but
because cardboard. But I thought this would be perfect.
Yeah.
Because I can unwind it and then make, I don't know if I'm going to make clothes, but I just might make it a rainbow instead.
Oh, look. Hope's got something for the doll.
I've got this going here. I found object worry doll.
Yay. I knew you could be up for the challenge.
I've risen to the challenge.
It's a worry tree. Yeah. Oh, we should also, So we should also mention, like this last week, Amy. If anybody did see Amy's talk at the library.
Oh yeah.
Amy did a fabulous talk where she was making. Yeah, these were very cool. And they are on the they were
the links are still there. You can find them. Yes, it's the LA Library. And on YouTube. Oh my gosh, Hope. Oh my gosh.
Look
at it.
Oh my gosh. There you go.
That's perfect. Yay. You did it perfectly. Barb's going to share the library links, I think, and then now that this is no longer perfectly on here, I think I just made a cardboard worry doll without trying. I've turned into like a cat here.
I get that. Everyone feels better because they made a worry doll. See, there's something in that for all of us.
Yeah. See, here's my on the, and then Barb also did talk. There's Barb's talk. You can go on lapl.org and find us.
You have to actually dig on their YouTube channel a little bit because their link doesn't go to our specific YouTube.
No, but you will.
But it will take you to
the. Go away. Anyway.
It takes you to the Los Angeles Public Library YouTube channel, which has us, has our videos.
Yeah. You'll see our mugs. This is me.
Actually, our mugs are on every video, or for on a lot of the videos right now.
Oh my God, that's true. She's not lying and not trying to be like, I'm so great.
They did a collage of a bunch of the pictures that they had for the upcoming talks in the coming season.
It was 4 photos.
It's 4 photos.
For
there's
like 100 talks.
There's one with Amy and the artist who was wearing the dress that she was talking about earlier.
Model, yeah.
Yep, the model. Yep. So right. Yes. Words. Oh,
I am the artist. Go on.
and then there's my headshot where I'm like right up close. So the face that's the most prominent is mine. And so on my YouTube, on my subscription page, I keep scrolling, and then every single video that pops up, it's like, that's Snow.
That's Snow. And it's funny, my talk doesn't have that picture though. It has 3 pictures of me because it's sort of LA made. But yeah, it's still funny that I'm not even in that series and there's a photo of me. It's all good. It's all good. Yeah, more publicity. But anyway, they like us. We like them. We'll do more talks. We hope that you'll watch those talks. We're glad you tuned in today. We thank you all who are watching us live. Thank you all who watched the recording. Thank you, Hope, for being on. Thank you, Karen, for coming back. Thank you for Barb for coming back. And we'll see you all next time. Yay. Bye.
Bye.